Alright, Shane Black. This is a thing, huh? You gave us such an amazing masterpiece with The Nice Guys 2 years ago. You gave us the crap that was Iron Man 3 a few years before that. And then back in the 80s, you gave us the great movies that were Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, which then were followed up with 2 bad movies. Your track record is pretty much in the middle. Is The Predator going to break that? No. I'll just tell you right now. No, it does not. I am the Kaiju no Kami, and this is my Quickie review of The Predator. The Predator is basically a sequel to all the other Predator movies. Kind of, sort of. Yes, it is, but some of it doesn't gel well. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter. This movie is a mess. Right from the get-go, none of it makes any sense whatsoever. It's poorly written, it's poorly edited, the effects are awful, the acting, if that's what you can call Olivia Munn, is really, really bad. I swear that Munn gets worse with every film I see her in. She was bad in Cowboys vs. Aliens, she was bad in X-Men Apocalypse, she is even worse here. How? How does someone keep regressing in acting? Shouldn't they get better as they get older? Well, whatever the case, Olivia Munn gets worse. She starts the movie off as like this college professor who apparently wrote a letter to the government when she was a kid that she would want to help out with aliens if they're ever discovered. So they actually go out and get her. They pull her aside. They bring her into a lab. One of the scientists is played by Jake Busey, Gary Busey's son. I guess he's supposed to be the son of the character from Predator 2, even though they don't make any mention of that. Not to mention, he does not feel like a scientist. He doesn't resemble someone of intelligence in this film. And then something occurs with the Predator. Olivia Munn suddenly is an expert game hunter who goes chasing after the Predator with a gun. And then suddenly, a little bit later, she's an expert on the Predator species. How? They don't tell us. This movie tells you nothing. It doesn't matter though, because this whole movie is just one giant piece of shit. This is the first time when I was watching a movie in the theater, I wished I had to go to the bathroom during the film because I hated it that much. It was terrible. I thought that Alien Covenant was the low point. Granted, they're not the same franchise, but they kind of are. I thought Covenant was the low point. No, this was even worse. In fact, I'm going to say that Alien vs. Predator Requiem was a superior movie because for as bad as that movie was, you couldn't see half of it. So it gave a mercy to its audience for not having to see the stupidity that was on screen. This, it did no such thing. You saw every stupid, dumb-ass moment that occurred. There was absolutely no chemistry between any of the characters. The jokes fell flat. There was just way too much humor that felt forced in. Even Keegan-Michael Key couldn't make this movie watchable. The CGI is bad. Also, the main plot, the main plan of this first Predator, because as you've seen in the trailers, there's 2 Predators, doesn't make sense. I don't really want to dive into spoilers here, but he's there to give humanity something, but he does it by killing humans. What? And then the Hunter Predator is there and does stuff and more stuff happens and there's villains of the humankind and there's Predator and then the ending. This movie was a crock of shit. Don't waste your time with this movie. It's terrible. It's frickin' awful. You are just wasting your money away if you go see this thing or if you pay to see this. Fortunately, I didn't pay to see this. A friend bought our tickets for us. Either way, don't waste your time. It is awful. Go see something else. Go see BlacKkKlansman instead. I guess if I'm going to give this movie a score, 3 out of 10, it's better than Red Sparrow, I'll give you that much. Red Sparrow's the worst movie of the year. So yeah, I guess I'll give this movie a 3 out of 10 because it's probably the second or third worst movie of the year. Until next time, bye.